No, I still got. There's not a lot, but there's some. Oh, here, Bill in there. Oh. Come on, is it going to emulate? I don't want to do this if it's going to do that. Let's see if it lets me do a window. Not yet. I gotta press play. Then it'll do. Nope. Come on. And it's still trying to figure out how to do this. Why is it not? Nope. Nope. Okay. Let's see what that does for me. Let's go to the beginning. Now that we've got it working, let's go to the beginning. Oh, come on. This is pretty retarded. And we've got 15 people in it. What? Yeah, and all of a sudden nothing wants to work. Oh crap, I got 15 people. Howdy, let me turn this on so I can see chat. Away. Channel. 5 minutes ago, that's this one. Turn the sound down. Okay, sound. There, echo. Hello, people. Oh, there is chat. Okay. Laggy on my end. I don't doubt it. I'm still trying to get it sorted out here, guys. I just jumped on. Just jumped on. Oh. 18 people already. Holy crap. You guys are looking for something to watch, I guess. So let me see if I can make that happen. All right. Sharing a window. Let's stop sharing that. All right. Hello. Hi, AO in chat. Hi, was Arizona. Welcome to everybody. I've already got a bunch of people in my chat. Didn't expect that so soon. If somebody will give me confirmation that audio and video is good in the chat, that would be great. Thank you for everybody for being there. I wonder if I can put a banner on this. Edit theme, overlay, background, default graphics. No. Okay, captions, QR, notes, chat, theme, help. I don't know how to put a banner on here. All right. So I'm going to guess. Good morning. Good morning, Ed Eagle. It is morning for me. You probably already know that. Again, if somebody could say audio video is good. Thank you, Jess. Appreciate that. I'm sure most of you have been watching other streams that all ended abruptly because of what happened today. How am I looking? Oh, you're watching Bill. Why is my name on his? Well, sending everybody over to you. Thank you, Bill, for sending everybody over here. But brother, and I'm not trying to be a crying, whining baby, but You had me in the waiting room for 45 minutes, sir. So I decided, hell with it, I'll just start my own. You said you were trying to get off anyway, so you seemed like you didn't want to stream anymore. So I figured, raid or whatnot. I wasn't trying to step on your toes, but you seemed like you were tired of it. So I gave you an option. That was my plan. Good enough for government work, right? Howdy, Unfiltered. Howdy, everybody in the chat. Got to say the obligatory. If you haven't hit the thumbs up button, like what you're seeing, please do that. If anybody wants to contribute, look at my homepage. My cash is there. That's all I've got Venmo and PayPal too. If you're limited to that, it's all my name, The Angry Oregonian, one word, lowercase, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. I don't have super chats or anything like that. I'm still waiting on YouTube to take their sweet time. I'm ready to be monetized, and they're not doing it. So there we go. Let's get the formalities out of the way. So what I'm going to do, and I know that Bill's already shown a bunch of this, but to tell you the truth, what's happened is,
I turned the TV off.
Why?
Because it was frozen.
Oh, my wife says it was lagging.
Well, on our end.
Oh, just on our end. Okay. Where was I? Oh, today. I've not been feeling very good, and so I've been having a hard time sleeping because of it. And I was up all night, and then actually I was supposed to meet somebody for lunch, and I'm not going to clout chase. I'm not going to drop names, but I was supposed to meet him for lunch late afternoon, and I crashed out hard. So I didn't end up making that lunch date. And then when I woke up just a couple hours ago, I guess now, my TV was already on somebody's channel. Maybe it was on Ground Zero's channel. And I woke up just in time to see the excitement down at ICE. And I'm still wiping the sleep out of my eyes, half awake. I'm like, what the hell's going on? So I turned on Mr. Bill's. Hey, Unscripted, how are you? And so I watched Mr. Bill's up until just a few minutes ago, so I'm kind of caught up a little bit. But you guys are going to be catching up on the day's news along with me. We'll be discovering it together. You guys probably know more than I do at this point, and I will completely concede that fact. I wonder, okay, did I find the ICE stuff? Hours. I don't know where the recent live is that Bill was watching. I see stuff from way earlier. So apparently now we have two female journalists that were attacked today. I'm looking at Savannah Hernandez stuff. And now we got Katie Davis Court here in Portland getting attacked. So we've got two film journalists that got attacked today during the National F-ICE Day or whatever they're calling it. Isn't that just about every weekend now? They make it sound like it's an event. Not really an event. It's just kind of business as usual. You want to know? I got you. Well, Ed, I'd rather just discover it with everybody. Anybody that doesn't know, I'm just checking. Yep, it's National F-ICE Day today. How original. How creative. That's absolutely ridiculous. Let's see, how long is this? This is 40 minutes, so we'll let I don't want sound. We will let this play in the background. Nope, don't want that full yet. I'll give you guys something to look at here as soon as I can get my head out of my own arse. All right, share screen. Let's go to that and share. And you guys can see something other than me. where are we at now? Is that working? All right, now you guys can see this is from Hi Share Bear, Hi Paul Tissue, Hi Sand Tiger. Yes, Sand Tiger, it sounds like everybody's safe. Everybody got X-filled. We're good to go. Little excitement for a minute, but doesn't last very long. Okay, come on, quit buffering, please. Oh, tell me this is going to work. Okay, it may be a little bit choppy, but oh, actually, that's just on my computer. Nope, it's choppy on yours too. I can see it. That is Katie Davis Court's X that you guys are seeing in the small window. I don't know how to make it the other way. Let's see. Maximize, customize. Let's do customize. And we'll get mine smaller. I think. Drag to move. I don't want to drag. I just want to make it smaller. Just want to make it smaller. I know there's another way to do this. Video settings. Oh, look, I can make my thing louder there. Keep placeholder, hide camera, replace, hide. I don't want any of that. Let's see if I go to this. Bingo! That's what I'm looking for. Screen. I think that'll give me what I want. There we go. Fang got the hot sauce. Explain that. If you're talking about Sandy, yeah, Sandy got run out because Sandy was actually, oddly enough, trying to be the rational one, which is absolutely crazy. Why do I have two going on? I don't know. Let's get out of customization. That one I can probably get rid of. Don't want to maximize that. I want to get rid of that, but it's probably not going to let me. All right, well, you guys can see it good. That's all I care. I was watching Lefty streams until a couple minutes ago. They all get bored when DJ Dumbass leaves, so they wrap up and leave with him. Anyways, I'm thinking if I move this over, I can see chat without looking to the side like I always have to. Let me do that. Let me set this up a little more efficiently. There. Now I'm not looking completely to the side when I'm looking at you guys. At the flag wave to oh, see? Okay, I'm going to have to look at that in a minute because I have not been able to catch up on flag wave events. What? Yeah, for it's a very rare occasion, but my wife actually knows more about what's going on than I do because she's been awake all day. Thank you. It's odd not to see them. Yeah, kind of weird. Everybody decided to disappear all of a sudden. Don't know why. Can't answer that. You know what? Let me turn off. Actually, I'm probably going to need the YouTube to find Nico's stuff, so I'm not going to turn that off. But yeah, I'm not exactly sure why, but everybody kind of killed their streams and stuff. I don't know if Ground Zero's live right now, which if he is, that's probably more exciting than mine because he was actually down there. Let's see. I've got 32 people on here. Wow. All right. Well, what you're seeing right now in buffered, chopped up form, unfortunately, is I'm sharing. See, I've got two shares. Why do I got two shares going on? That's why it's buffering. I'm trying to share twice at once here. Let's see. Nope, I killed the wrong one. So let me go back. My bad, guys. All right, and it should buffer less now because I'm not trying to do two streams at once. It should be a clearer picture. Tell me, post a clip of X. Nico spraying. I won some sauce. That's funny, Bourbon. I won some sauce. I'm gonna have to check that out. Let's watch Katie's for a minute here and see if we see anything interesting. And in the meantime, I will look up Nico's. Tommy posted the clip on X. Okay, I'm already on X, so that's good. Yeah, I don't know why it's being so choppy. There we go. I'm back. Yeah, I waited in Bill's waiting room for 45 minutes, guys. And like I said, I'm not talking shit against Bill. He was busy and whatever, but I kind of got tired of sitting in the waiting room, to be honest. So I decided, why not? If Bill wants to jump in here so I can try this, I've never had anybody on my stream. I am more than willing to bring Bill onto mine if I can figure out how, and it doesn't crash my crappy Wi-Fi. You got a beautiful boy. I'm not sure what that means. Kimberly Roper, can you explain that, please? All right, so you guys want to see Nico. Let me come look for Nico. Oh, wrong button. Let's look here. Let's get this out of huge. Let's go look for Tommy has Nico spraying everybody. So let's go look at that. You guys are probably watching me scroll. Here's tackling journals. Ooh, he put that only an hour ago, so that's a good hit. Is this it? That's 4 hours ago. 4 hours ago. Oh, that was Savannah. These are all the people that were probably at their flag wave thing today that I missed. What? That wasn't anything. It was a picture. Come on. This may not work tonight, guys. This is getting frustrating. I'm buffering really bad. I'm all the way back to April 9th. I'm still not seeing today's Nico thing. I wonder if it'll be on Nico's page if she got tagged in it. Yeah, I'm all over his page and I'm not seeing the Nico thing, so. Oh, I bet she won't hesitate. Not after what happened with the damn water bottle. That's the old one. Okay, well, I'd like to see it, but I'm not. That's December 11th. That's 12 hours. What in the living hell? Why can't I find it, people? Hello, Godfreys. Welcome. Well, you know who's probably got it. Let's go see if Miss Mary's got anything on hers. She's always got cliffs. I don't know how to spell her channel. It is MISS. Okay. She's always got the up-to-date stuff, so we're going to go, oh, God, is hers that behind too? Oh, no, there's an hour. She's always got the up-to-date clips. Frontlines is posting stuff. Confrontation, Trump, stay the course. Oh, that's DC. Yeah, apparently this stuff was going on all over the country today, and I slept through it all. Yeah, he must have been on a live or something, because I'm not finding the video right now. I'm still looking. See, I see pictures of it, but I'm not finding a video of the Nico incident. Hennepin, that's not here. Oh, there's the angles of Savannah. Everybody's talking about the Savannah thing. It must have been pretty bad. I have not seen it with my eyes yet, so my wife is saying it was pretty intense. Oh, that said Tommy for Trump. There it is. Found it. Okay. Why are you throwing shit? What? Throw a tantrum. I don't know. All right. Background dropped. Everything dropped. God, press it.
This is my space. I don't give a shit. You're coming up. Oh, yes, you are. I've been screaming here, dumb shit. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. Triggers. Oh, no. Because you guys will keep getting up and people...
Oh, no. She already had it in her hand ready to go.
Hey, Shane.
Wow. This, I thought I heard something about Griffith Park. Was this at Griffith Park? That's what that hill looks like. I'm confirming that. See, as soon as somebody gets aggressive, she was on that shit. She's like, nope, not gonna happen. Bill's chat is incoming. All right, well, thank you, Bill. I could use the viewers. That is much appreciated. I guess I'll forgive you for putting me on hold. Mr. Bill and their viewers just joined. Awesome. Awesome. Thank you, Bill. Just popped in. Hey, Hoot Troop, Reverend Gunn, Bourbon Rose. Welcome, everyone. Welcome, welcome. What? I think Mrs. Angry just said hi. I'm not sure what she said, but I think she said, tell him I said hi. Okay, I got it correct. Yay me. Welcome, Raiders from Mr. Bill. Yes, yes, yes. If I've got any mods in the chat, go ahead and throw Mr. Bill's link in there. Share the love. Mama Bear, hello. All right, well, we've seen this about 10 times now. This is only a really quick clip, so I'm not sure. I sent you. Okay, let me see if I can find it. It hasn't come through yet. I'll probably see it when it comes through, but I'm actually using the phone that it normally comes through on, so I may not see it for a minute or so. But thank you, Kimberly. Thank you for letting me know. I'm trying to get everything set up here. I have you on the TV, so can't chat. Just wanted to say hello. Hello, Lewis. Back, and she does not need to slap it. Bill said you don't need to slap my head today. So that's a good thing.
You're not getting her face.
Oh, see, now you ruined her fun, Bill. She said today was the day, and you just canceled it. You ruined both your guys' fun. You ruined her fun and your viewing pleasure. How about that? You ruined it. Today was going to be the day, Bill.
I don't give a shit.
Sand Tiger says he hopes you feel much better today, babe.
I feel much better today. Very ornery.
Yeah, she's very ornery today, so she must feel better. That's how that works. She's much nicer when she doesn't feel good.
That is not true.
she's too tired and sickly to beat on me. But anyways, meanwhile, back at the ranch, now that we're done talking about DV, it's been a bit. Yeah, it's not. I see that you commented. Oh, you know why? Probably. I think I have it on my other account. Okay, give me a second. Let me flip it over. I don't want to ignore you. I don't want to appear as though I'm ignoring you. And actually, just so everybody knows, to correct you, Kimberly, Cash App has now started taking a percentage, but it's very, very minute compared to what YouTube takes. I think it's like 0.04%, some crap like that. It's really, really small, but they have decided that they're going to get their money out of everything. Okay, let me switch over to here, and I can probably get notifications. Not ignoring you, and just, you guys got to understand, I just woke up a little bit ago. If you guys were watching when the excitement went down at ICE, that's about the time I woke up. So, well, why is it not 10:38? Okay, there it is. Kimberly, keep fighting, brother. Thank you. Thank you, Kimberly. Much appreciated. And now I can see. I've got two different Cash Apps on my phone, and I wasn't on the right account, so it wasn't notifying me. But now I got to keep on fighting, brother, you said, which is an awesome message and much appreciated. I could use the positive info. It's been a rough couple of days. No, Mama Bear. YouTube is taking its time and monetizing me. I do not have Cash Apps yet or Super Chats on my channel. And I would. It's not my fault. I've been jumping through every hoop they've given me, and they're taking their sweet time. Apparently, I've been told that they changed up and made it an automated system, and now sometimes it takes a little while for everything to go through. You know why, Kimberly Roper? Because I actually, what you sent it to is actually my business account, and that may be why they're taking a slice off the top, because it's a business account, which I'm okay with. I don't want to put my normal account on there for obvious reasons, for security reasons. But like I said, what they're taking out is absolutely tiny. Like I said, it's like 0.04% or something like that. I'm complaining about that. YouTube takes a bunch. I think they take like 30% or some crap like that. I'm not sure. Maybe Bill can tell you. If Bill, you could put that in the chat. Well, how much? And you also have to wait a month, I think. Mr. Bill, if you want to put something in the chat, explain how the payout on Super Chats is, since you obviously know you've been doing it for a while. You're way more learned on this than I am. But yeah. I'm actually reading the chats on my everyday carry phone, so I'm not going to get notifications that fast. If you guys do send me something, feel free to throw your name in the chat and give yourself a shout out for doing so. And that way I'll know faster than I'm relying on my phone to tell me. Because I have still not figured out how to find the chats. I'm just, this new Restream program, I'm just finding out how it works. So I haven't quite figured out how to do chats yet. Wait a minute, though. I do see a button over here. Wait a minute. 30-ish%. Yeah, you get paid middle of each month, assuming you get over $100. So what happens if you don't get over $100? And look at that. I just found chat. Nice. Okay, I just learned something in front of you guys. How about that? Super chat does. Yeah, that's what Bill's saying right now, Kimberly. The comment just above yours is explaining what you just said. Bill's been doing it for a lot longer than most of us, so he understands how all this works. Yeah, so that's interesting. Nico does not hesitate right now because she's not going to let it. I was wearing a T-shirt yesterday that said, "Nope, not going to happen." You should have super chats at 1K. I thought that when Danny put them on last week. Yeah, Sand Tiger. Like I said, I don't know. I don't know what's going on right now with it. They're giving me the runaround. I was literally supposed to take care of that this weekend, but I've been sick and sleeping a lot. And then when I'm not, I've been on live streams or whatever, or doing chores. I haven't had time to actually sit down and figure it out yet. So, life police chase right now. Guess where? I'm going to guess Los Angeles. That's where all the live police chases come from. Nico in FAF mode, kind of like, yeah. Nico's going beast mode now. She doesn't care. She's not going to get attacked again. And they hold that money in an interest-bearing account. Well, I doubt I'd get enough money to worry about that. My interest would probably be 20 cents. So, but that in the future, if things go well in the future, that could be a great thing. That absolutely could be a great thing. Let's go look for what happened this evening, because this is just the same thing over and over again. So let's go see. Commies trying to crash patriotic flag wave, and that's 21 minutes worth. Yeah, that is definitely Griffith Park in Portland. Let's put that on there and see if there's anything interesting in this. Oh, that's the chick that gets maced later. Nice. Yes, when I send money, I want it to go to people that are out there, not the big bank. That is a good. I agree. I agree with that, Kimberly. Fools rush in. That idiot kept going. Right? And filtered. Yeah, fools just don't get it. If you're about to get pepper sprayed, back the hell. What you're saying. Yeah, that doesn't seem real fair, does it? But that's big business, unfortunately. 3,000 watch hours. Okay, I'm back. I have everything to get monetized, and they keep sending me the email telling me to apply, and every time I do, they put me on hold, and then I get the same email that says apply. So I'm not sure if I've already applied, and they keep sending me the wrong email. I'm actually going to have to get hold of customer service. Why does it keep buffering on me? I'm going to have to get a hold of customer service and hopefully talk to a person that's not trying to sell me slurp, but you guys understand what I mean. But yeah, I have everything I need. I'm working on it, guys. I know people want to send super chats, and believe me, I would appreciate super chats. I would love it. Anything I can do to make this channel pay for itself and I stop spending money on it, I'm definitely okay. I'm not trying to get rich. Like I said, I just want this channel to pay for itself. That's where I'm at. So anything that helps that, I'm okay with it. And I really, really, really want to get to my membership and all that stuff. So I'm going to. Okay, guys, sorry. I know that's annoying. Buffering, and I'm not sure why. We turned everything off. To reset my router. That might be the issue. If I have too much going on my computer, I'm not sure. Definitely annoying the hell out of me because I'm sure it's in place. Let me see if I can turn everything else off on my computer. And maybe that will help if I turn everything else off. There's been, so it's not just me, Bourbon. Is that what you're saying? It's other people are dealing with it too. All right, I have to save this before I duck out of it. Save. Okay, I was trying to shut everything off. Zero was buffering. So it's not just me. That's good news. But I turned everything else off. Anyhow, what do you guys think about what happened tonight? Should we even been down? Come on. Give it back. There's me. I don't know if you. There it is. Okay, good. A Cash App card in your cat's name? Well, that would be interesting. That would be really interesting. It would be one of my dogs, if anything, but I'm still not even trying to get a card in my business name. I'm gonna have to look into that too. Like I said, I work 50 hours a week at night, and it's hard to find time to do both. You okay, babe? I heard Tank barking.
Oh, he's just bugging me because he wants his food right now.
He's just being an asshole.
He's just being tanky.
We're gonna save this for Wiggles.
Oh, hell no. I'm not cleaning up the mess that's going to come after he eats that.
Okay.
No way.
Okay. Well, I just thought, I didn't know if you wanted to or not. That's a Yeah, was it you Unfiltered that I was talking to on the space last night about this stuff?
It's a public park.
Was it you that was explaining it to me? I get confused at names sometimes, so I know you were in there, but I'm not sure if I was talking to you or not. What's not that hard?
You guys came up to us.
Oh, to get a Cash App card? Yeah, probably not. But I've already set it up with my channel name, and I kind of want to do that
What do you think
because it makes it easier for me to tell people. Because, like I said, I've got Cash App, Venmo, and PayPal, and they are all under my channel name. So that makes it nice and easy for me to tell you guys. Exactly how you see it on the screen printed out. That's how all of my donation links are, and that makes it. I told you I'm old, guys. I like things simple. I like things easy. If I start making things complicated, then I forget and screw them up. So, but yeah, I really wanted to go to the next flag wave, which was apparently this one. But like I said, I've been dealing with lightweight, mediocre health problems. My wife and I have both been kind of sick. Tonight was just another case of the left being violent as usual. Yes, that is exactly correct. And they try to gaslight and say it's us. And then I was laughing because I was watching Pretend's chat, and they're saying that we're the gaslighters. But what's funny is it's all on live video, and they don't understand that. It's all right there, unedited for everybody to see. All you got to do is back up the stream a little bit. But they say we're gaslighting them when everybody can see that they're the violent ones. And that's very frustrating. I don't like stupidity. I don't like stupidity at all. It actually pisses me off. It actually makes me angry. Stupidity makes me angry. And watching these people down there is nothing but a giant show of stupidity. I mean, there's nothing smart about what they do down there. And it gets frustrating. And I had thought about trying to go down there today. As I said, I was going to be out anyways. I had a lunch date with somebody. But I flaked on them. So if you're watching this as you're driving, I apologize for flaking out. It was due to health reasons. Hi, Buzzy. Oh, and you got him food. There you go.
And he's got his smart water.
He's got smart water, huh? Wow. We are now giving my dog smart water.
honest.
I don't know if it's going to help or not, but that's what we need to just rain smart water on them and see if it works. What do you guys think? I guess I saw something about the ICE people were hosing down protesters today. I wish I'm going to look for that later. I want to clip that. I want to see that because that's in one of my videos.
3 more animals and I'll be right back.
The Antifa song that I have says to wash off all that anger. In the clip I put was protesters getting fire hosed to correlate with wash down all that anger. So I'm kind of a fan of seeing protesters get hosed down. It doesn't hurt them. It doesn't kill them. It doesn't do any permanent damage. Your water sure is not helping you or him. Thanks for that, Bill. And you're probably correct. I can't even get mad at that because you're probably right. Why smart water? If you're talking about why are we giving smart water to my dog, I do not know. My wife just came in and said that we're doing it now. It's a thing. So that's more money I got to spend. So if anybody wants to donate towards the Smart Water for the Dog Fund, let's see. Okay, still no notifications. I could probably turn this off now that I can see chat on my screen. Let me do that. Let me turn this off on my phone because I don't need it any longer. I'm turning off everything I can. Everything I possibly can, I'm turning off. So that hopefully we don't get a bunch of buffering problems. Okay. And I probably need to plug my other phone in. Well, it looks like they did is set up sprinklers to hit the front of the building and the driveway because they were throwing paint again. I'm assuming they did that so that, hey, that's actually a pretty smart idea. There's a couple hoses on the roof and they made it rain. Yeah, I'm going to have to go back and see that because that'll make me giggle. That'll make me giggle a lot. That will make me giggle a lot. If anybody has, you guys are better at this than I am on the fly. So if anybody has a link to them getting fire hosed, post it in the chat and we will go look at that because that will make me laugh a lot. Sand Tiger, I know smart water is a waste of money. I didn't buy it. My wife did. Don't yell at me for it, buddy. That wasn't my decision. I drink tap water. I'm Gen X. We grew up on tap water. And the tap water here in our little town is absolutely horrible, but I already pay for it. Why am I going to go to the store and pay for more water? I went to Michigan today and I forget, don't drink the water, especially if you're up in the Thumb area. Yeah, so I saw them walking around with a stop sign. It looked really new and clean too. So I don't know where it came from, but I did see them with the stop sign again. Am I the only one that thinks Patriot Shane is almost unrecognizable without a hat on? I looked over there. I'm like, who's that guy? Oh, it's Shane. This is the first time I've ever seen him on video without kind of headgear on or something. And I understand that because I'm the same way. People don't recognize me if I don't wear a hat. Not yell at anyone. It's figure of speech, bud. I'm not yelling at you either. I'm being hyperbolic. I know you're not. You can't yell at anybody in the chat. It's typing words, so you can't yell at anybody unless you're yelling at your screen, in which case I would say take a breath, relax. It's only YouTube. Yeah, suspend. There we go. I'm back. I had to tell Chris that last night. Chris was getting all worked up. He can't hear you. Oh, speaking of, I saw Double Wide Mike was down there again tonight, and Pam. Well, Pam was there last night without Mike. That was kind of weird. I was wondering if somebody was in the hospital or something, because normally you don't see one without the other. I only know it's him when he talks. Right? Yeah, you got to hear his voice. You hear his voice and you know it's him, definitely. Some of us have very distinct. Speaking, here's a side note. I was talking to my wife about this before I went live.
Freedom and liberty are Christian concepts, and you don't even believe in
Oh,
God.
Kimberly, that's not my
Do you care?
boy per se. It's my grandson. If you're talking about the little blonde that I put on here every once in a while, that is actually my grandson, and he is awesome. He is, yeah, yeah, he's just awesome. He's really smart. He's very mechanically inclined, which is awesome. He's going to be working on motorcycles with Pop. Um, so I've gotten into. You guys know that they have that app that we use. Romeo, come on, my dog's drinking in the background. That's what you hear, guys. He's a bulldog. He drinks really loud. His smart water. He's drinking $4 a bottle of water right now. Um, I don't know what I was gonna say. The AI songs that we've all gotten into, and I started to make videos to them craze, and now everybody's doing it. So I got to think of something different. I'm trying to set my little, trying to find my groove, my lane. And some of you know that I am musically inclined. So I'm thinking about not only making a video, but I'm thinking about putting my own vocals in these songs, like remaking them, remaking the AI songs, letting them write it, letting them create it with my help. Obviously, it's not completely AI. And then redoing the track to where I'm singing the songs instead of AI. So, what do you guys think about that? Is that something people would be interested in? Do you think I could post that on my channel and get somewhere? Because then not only am I doing the politics thing and doing the funny video thing I like to do, but I'm also doing, I'm satisfying my musical interest at the same time. Is that something you guys would be interested in checking out? And if I do that and put it on there, I would appreciate you guys being honest in your reviews, even if you think it sucks. I am not afraid of constructive criticism. Just don't be mean about it, please, because then I'll cry on camera and I'll not be able to do live streams no more. I don't like crying on camera. We get smart water from my son's dad. He has cancer. See, I don't know what the reality is with smart water, whether it's good for you or not. I think it's a marketing tactic myself. I think it's basically just distilled bottled water, which I understand because, like I said, a lot of our water sucks. I don't like to drink it. I barely drink enough water. It's not better than regular, clean, filtered water. Yeah, it's just filtered water. It just they market it so they can charge more for it. What are you smiling about, Bill? Maybe sing us a song and do a poll. Well, that's not really my thing. Is just sitting here on the webcam and singing. It never comes out right, and so I'm thinking I'm better at making stuff. Where I can edit it and be happy with it. I've been singing all my life and singing in front of people. I've been in bands. I was a karaoke DJ. I've done all that stuff, and I've always, even to this day, I hate the sound of my own voice. They say you are always your own worst critic, and it's actually torturing for me to edit my own vocals because I have to listen to my voice over and over and over again, and I'm incredibly critical of it. So if I do that, you guys need to understand that uh, it's work. It's not, you know, listening to my own voice is like nails on a chalkboard to me. So it'll actually be an effort for me to do it. And I also have to get a better microphone because I don't think that this microphone is going to make my voice sound like it's supposed to for music. So I've got to get a better microphone, and then I will probably try to do that. I want to hear your music. Well, good. I hope so. But I don't want to just throw out AI slop out there for you guys to see. I want something original. I want something that I can claim that I created. I am a very creative person. And like I said, I love music. I don't know if you guys can see this or not. I have one tattoo on. I'm not a big tattoo guy. And of course, it cuts out. That is the one piece of ink that I have. And we're going back to monetized. Unfiltered says on the monetized topic, if you use Suno, be sure to have the top tier or they own the rights. But see, here's the secret, Unfiltered. Move. I am doing my best to not put out exactly what they sent me. I am not sending anything out just like they did it. I've actually been a DJ. I know how to edit music. I know how to change BPMs. I think that I'm changing it enough that they can't copyright me. I'll find out. YouTube, no AI music. Well, I played AI music on here. I've already done it. That's my intro and outro are both AI music. The Antifa song that I did is AI music that was changed up a little bit. What I actually like to do, I have a song that I'm working on right now that I took two different tracks that were different tempo and a little bit different style, and I couldn't make up my mind which of them. So I just chopped it up and combined the two. In that way, it's not what they sent me. It's not, and I don't think it'll trip the algorithm. I guess I could play it for you guys if you want to hear it, and you can judge for yourself. I think I can play it on here. If you guys tell me if you want to hear it or not. It doesn't have a video yet. I'm still working on it. But I can play the music because I'm not afraid to play the music on here. They have kicked several off. But like I said, mine is not. Mine's different. Mine's edited. It doesn't come from the program. I make it have no tattoos, some piercings. See, I'm not a very big needle guy, so tattoos are not a big thing for me. But I got one for my birthday years ago, and I wanted something that represented me. And as you guys can see from the logo of my channel, I kind of got into the whole emoji thing and never grew out of it. So yes, I got an emoji tattooed on my arm. Okay, so a couple people are saying play it. Okay, let me figure out how, and I will put it on here. Bear with me for a second because it's kind of weird. I have to do it in a window, and this program is weird about posting windows. So give me a second to figure this out. Where am I? No Steel Horse. This has got to be it. Okay, let's go here. Yes, Romeo, I know. Let me get rid of this one. Or add another one, maybe. Oh, I can. Let's see what that does. All right, let's see if I can play it for you guys. Rain still on my mud on these old blue callous hands. Okay, hang on, guys. I'll start all over. Guys, let me know. Pine trees in my rib, rain still on my boots. Mud on you guys let me know if you can hear the music, please. Staying rude. I was raised on stubborn, raised to stand my ground. Yeah, I'm an angry Oregonian, but I'm American proud. You can call me rough, you can call me wrong. What was that? But I'm glad for this place, so I sing it strong. Okay, nobody's giving me a thumbs up on hearing the music. Let me know you guys can hear it. Kick it up a little, he says. Let's figure out how to do that. All right, let me start it over. All right, is that better? What? No, not right now, baby. I have to pee already. Okay. Anything great. Rain still on my boots. Mud on these old blue jeans, callous hands, stained roof. I was raised on stubborn, raised to stand my ground. Yeah, I'm an angry Oregonian, arrogant, proud. You can call me wrong. This place, so I sing it strong. Oh, still singing that beat twin song. Wind in my chest, pushing me along. Stars and stripes on my shoulder, flying free. Got family country that's home to me. I love my flag, red, white waves for the ones for me and the ones I raised. Still singing that beat twin song. That's where this proud American belongs. Work bell every morning, backache, sunrise glare. But I thank the Lord I'm breathing, say a quick, rough prayer. Sunday dinner, dogs are begging, mama humming grace. That's my little piece of heaven in this wild, wild place. You can take my time, you can take my leave, but you won't take the promises I swore to keep. Yeah, still horse singing that beat twin song. Wind in my chest, pushing me along. Stars and stripes on my shoulder, flying free. Got family country that's home to me. Yeah, I love my flag, red, white waves for the ones for me and the ones I raised. Still horse singing that beat twin song. That's where this proud American belongs. I get mad at the headlines, but I won't curse this land. I just tighten up my laces, put my faith back in his hands. From the coast to the canyon, hear that motor cry. It's a rough cut, hallelujah, rolling under this sky. Still horse singing that beat twin song. Wind in my chest, pushing me along. Stars and stripes on my shoulder, flying free. Got family country that's home to me. I love my flag, red, white waves for the ones for me and the ones I raised. Still horse singing that beat twin song. That's where this proud American belongs. Honey, that's where this proud American have to go through some steps to do it. It doesn't just magically appear out of thin air, babe. Yeah, no shit. All right. No, that is not my voice. That was the point of my question is ever since I first made the first version of that song, my wife said that she could see me singing that. So I'm thinking of remastering it with me singing it instead of the people in the background. Where was I? Hey, caveman. I was going to try to hit you up tonight, but I didn't end up going out anywhere. Obviously, you see that I'm here. Let's get rid of this. Maybe that'll bring the Nico thing back. Where are we? Oh, I got to rearrange these windows. Okay, that's not the window. Share. Well, I'm not going to do it right now. Mama Bear. It's a thing that I have to work on. Okay. Stop sharing, stop sharing, stop sharing. This one's complicated, but we'll get it worked out. As I'm supposed to change it. Why is it not sharing this? Oh, it's just after. I'm not seeing it in real time like you guys are. All right. Well, I'm getting a positive feedback on that. How do I swap these? That's not what I want. I want these swapped. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. All right. And now I have to find chat again. Write a lot. I had published stuff. Well, that'd be interesting to see. But I'm glad I'm getting 5 pounds. So I'm going to start working on that. You guys know I sit in a steel box all night. I don't know what the acoustics are going to be like in that steel box, but we're going to try it out. And that way I have something to work on only while I'm at work. Signing the right miking gear. Yeah, that's another thing I have to work on is getting a good microphone. So, okay, now that we've got this. We got Saturday Patriot. That's spelled incorrectly. Oh, look at that, guys. We're talking about a Patriot weekend down at ICE. Details will not be shared publicly, unfortunately, but I'm sure you guys will see it when it happens. Make that bigger.
Chris, come up here.
Okay.
You good?
Okay, man, I just started it. We're going to watch it right now.
Okay, this is what they do.
And just to let you guys know, those are not all AI words. I rewrite the lyrics. I just kind of use the AI as a guide and then edit stuff and change stuff up on my own.
Hey, Ryan. Okay. Watch out.
I don't know how to make that any bigger on the screen because it's X and it's portrait instead of landscape.
Okay, guys. This is really bad. Antifa owns the streets in Portland.
What's not public? Is my stream right now not public? Is that what you're saying, Unfiltered? Is my stream not public on YouTube right now? Let me see.
I'm running.
Live. Back. Record, save clip, yada, yada, yada. I think I have to go to studio. I don't think I'm using OBS yet. Oh, the Patriot meetup. That's what you're talking about. Okay.
So,
Yeah, but the problem is I think they're trying to do it without a bunch of anticipated TIFO kickback, pushback. So I think
Ryan, did you get
we're to
paid?
pick the music. Nice. Good deal. I'd be interested in seeing that. Oh, welcome, Sheepdog. That's a new name I'm not used to. That's a new person. Welcome. Unless you're somebody else with a new name, then you're a new person to me, and I appreciate you being here. Yeah, I think the whole intent of that being private was to actually do something positive without all the confrontation.
I'm gonna actually see if Ryan's good because he's wandering.
The
He can't see
chat is
anything.
covering the video. Okay, I can get rid of the chat then. I don't know how to make it bigger or smaller. Let's see. Oh, wait. Is that going to do it? No, I think that just moves it. How about we go over here and it blocks me some? Is that better? Oh, that video didn't last very long, did it? All right, let's go find the next one. Oops, somebody getting arrested a couple hours ago. We like that. It's only 1:39, but saw you on I do clipping for the Patriots when the bad stuff goes to. Oh, we appreciate that. Sheepdog, we appreciate that a lot.
Arrests are being made.
Very much so. We can't even tell you how much we appreciate that, especially when there's interaction with the police and they want to see right away. And you guys that clip and send are an invaluable resource. Barbecue would be publicly stated about details. Already said what day for picture weekend. Howdy, Chris, out of Dade. Yeah. For obvious security reasons, they're not going to post the details. I was going to see if you're using OBS, I could walk you through how to resize it. Well, Sheepdog, I'm going to remember your name and I may hit you up later or something. Do you have X? Hi, Jess. I trolled Pretend's chat tonight. It was funny. Yeah, their chat was retarded tonight. I tried to pay attention, but Sheepdog, is that your name on X that I can get a hold of you there? Oh, nice. You helped out Spin City and them. That's cool. That's cool. Like I said, we appreciate that a lot. You do have X and you have the same name. I'm just going to confirm that. Because if that's the case, I'm going to write your name down and I will hit you up later if you know more than I do. I'm always down to learn more stuff. I got to find something to write on in this mess of a desk. So before I write it down, I'm Sheepdog Neon on everything. All right, I'm going to write that down so I have it for future reference. Sheepdog. I love that name, by the way. All right, info on clipping. Yeah, I just downloaded Clip Grab and it seems like it might work. I haven't really got to go through everything yet and figure it out, but I just downloaded it. So hopefully Clip Grab is going to be a good program for that. I guess YouTube actually has a option for clipping now. I'm going to have to look into that. Like during a stream, you can clip stuff, I guess. So, okay, let's watch that again because I completely missed it while I was talking. Writing stuff down. I'm still old school. I actually write with a pen and paper.
Good to see you guys.
All right, there it is. Now we're getting somewhere. They went all the way across the street. Nice. I love when they do that. Because they think they're safe if they run away. But you got to understand, if you're already their target, they're going to get you. Unless you're the sprinters, like sometimes I see them, they run like 4 blocks down the road and get away. But 9 times out of 10, I think they already know who they're going after before they even come out. Look, at some of these guys just don't want to take any crap. Wonder where Danny and Chris are at. They're not live. That's weird. I'm a former public safety head Sheepdog, and Neon comes from being a raver. Gotcha. That makes sense then. Yeah, if you're watching them the last few days, these DHS officers are done with the crap. They are literally pushing back. Literally pushing back. They're just done with it. Especially these unappreciative assholes. Because DHS is allowed to use munitions now, and they're not. And these guys are still crying and screaming, and oh, you guys are so mean, when they're not even employing the assets that they have at their disposal. They did that stay that they're allowed to use chemical munitions now if need be, and they're not. Oops, somebody's getting attacked here. How long is this one? Oh, this is. Let's do that. Let's go back to the beginning. And we're going to assume this is Los Angeles. But I think DHS is actually trying to do the long game here. And I think them holding back is just exposing what the left is actually doing, because the left likes to twist the narrative, and Portland likes to twist the narrative and say, oh, it's the mean DHS units, the officers and whatnot. And if they hold back a little bit, they're exposing that it's not their fault, that they're not the bad guys. I'm pretty sure that's my theory on why they're not using harsher methods right now, because I think they're constructing a different narrative than what the media and the left likes to throw out there. I think they're trying to counter the narrative. Nice. Again, Sheepdog, very, very appreciated. We appreciate you and people like you. Court for lawsuit about why chemical bills are necessary. Exactly, Chris. That's what I'm saying. They're reconstructing the narrative by being chill. They're like, look, we're not using gas, and look what happens when we don't. And it's only going to be beneficial towards them in their court case. So I think they're playing the long game and being smart about it, which I'm all for. I don't really, even if it is Tifa, I don't like seeing people gas, because Tifa likes to bring kids down there and stupid stuff like that. And sometimes there's dogs down there and whatnot. I don't like seeing the gas deployed, but I do also understand the point of it. I do understand why they feel it necessary to do it. But right now, they're showing what happens when they don't. And I think they're winning. I think it's exposing the left for being the violent tourists that they are. Press an idea they should just take them in and stop play the press game. Yeah, I think they will eventually. I think as the weather gets better, you're going to see more of them down there. It's going to get more active. And if we don't go down there as much, and if ICE doesn't go after them as much, it's just going to expose the level of their depravity. And then they can use that in court and say, hey, look, this is what happens when they go unchecked. It's not going to help much in Portland, but it's going to help with federal court. It's going to help with the media exposure, because sooner or later the media is not going to be able to twist it when the only people down there being stupid are in black bloc or stupid blowy costumes and chicken outfits and all of that. So, like I said, I think they're playing a smart long game right now, and I'm all for it. It may not make sense in the immediate, but if you think about the big picture, it makes more sense. I think they're being smart. And I think there needs to be more smart plays down there. 100% full disclosure, I think there's been a lot of not so smart plays down there by everybody. Okay. It's backwards. There we go. Back to to keep people out of Illinois. Really? Oh, Chicago. Yeah, I see that happening. I think they should have done more in Portland, but they didn't. But Chicago's a pretty blue city too. So you're gonna, Chicago, Minneapolis, Cleveland, Detroit, Portland, LA, Seattle, they're all blue cities. So things are going to be weird, but some of them, you get enough pushback from conservatives or just normie people, and they're forced to do something. Unfortunately, you don't have that much pushback in Portland. We, the conservatives, the streamers, the right-wing activists, so to speak, are the only ones pushing back. Portland likes being weird. Portland likes the attention, even if it's negative attention. So they're not pushing back at all. We are the only pushback in Portland. The normies don't care. Normies go by. You see people in the middle of these riots just walking down the sidewalk, going about their daily lives like it's the most normal thing in the world in Portland. Because Portlanders are so used to everything just being weird and wrong and different and not like everybody else that it's just, it doesn't faze anybody. They just go about their everyday life like it's the most normal thing in the world. So Portland is very different. Portland is a city unto itself, a universe unto itself. And things are a lot different out here. And it's really even hard to explain it. You actually have to live it for a while, not just a day or two. You actually have to come out here and exist in this universe to really understand what it's actually about. You guys, a lot of times, you guys in the chat and you guys that are clipping and watching these streams religiously and stuff, you have an idea, and you get a snapshot of it. But unless you've actually been out here and I'd say lived at least a month and immersed yourself in Portland culture, I can't even explain it to you at a satisfactory level for you to understand. You have to live it, because it's weird. It's weird. I'm glad it wasn't this bad when I first moved out here. Otherwise, I wouldn't still be here. If I tried to move out here from the Midwest now, I don't think I would have lasted 30 years like I have. It wasn't this bad 30 years ago. Portland was weird, but it wasn't evil. Nowadays, it's weird in an evil way, and it just permeates the atmosphere. There is literally an aura of evilness when you walk around the streets of Portland. And people just get tuned out to it. That's the strangest thing. Like I said, you see people on our live streams that just kind of walk through right in the middle of everything, and they're just walking their dogs. People that live around there, people that work around there, whatever, they're just walking through, driving through the middle of it like it's the most normal thing in the world, and it's not. It's not the most normal thing in the world. And even we get caught up in it. It's like, I was talking about this on a different live stream. It's our daily lives. And we get so caught up in it that we don't realize how weird we are, how strange and different we are out here, because it's just kind of what we do. And then we talk to other people, and I see all these people in chat say, nope, no way, couldn't do that here. And I'm like, yeah, you know what? You're right. This isn't normal. But for us, it is. And that's why people like me and the other conservative streamers, we feel the need to go out and show everybody, because every once in a while it dawns on us that we are different. But Portland needs to stop using the keep it weird idea, make it pretend great again, or make it good. But the idea of being weird is strange to me. It's been there. Keep Portland. I mean, they have a big sign on Dante's that says keep Portland weird. And to tell you the truth, 30 years ago, I thought it was kind of cool. I thought the weirdness of Portland was endearing. I thought it was cute and quaint, and it made Portland different than everywhere else in the country in a good way. But that was 30 years ago. It's not so much now. Lived here all my life. It's crazy in Portland. And people like us, caveman, that live just outside of Portland, it's like, it's so bad that I don't know about you, but I bet you don't want to go closer than Sherwood. Because once you get to King City and cross into Tigard, it becomes Portland. Well, Newburgh starts. I know. I'm personally, I don't like going closer than Dayton if I don't have to. If there's not a specific reason for it, I don't go closer than Dayton anymore. And I'll take the bypass around Newburgh and then jump down to McKay Road just to avoid that kind of stuff. And they started punishing the victims and good Samaritans, then coddling the thugs, destroyed people getting involved. Yep, you are correct, Bourbon. When it was bad to be good and good to be bad, that's when things started changing. And not for the better. My wife and I have made a habit that every time we move farther away from the city. Right, babe? Even if it's only a couple miles. This last move we made, we relocated 6 miles farther away from the city, and we were happy about it. I don't go past Tualatin. Yep, exactly. Yeah, I agree, Kimberly. It is worse than those towns in different ways. They have their own problems, but I think as far as what we're talking about, the attitude and evilness is probably worse in Portland because Portland government actually encourages it. They support it. And that's what makes it different. It's the whole state, but it's amplified in Portland because it's the largest metropolitan area we have out here in this area until you get up to Seattle or down south to California. But Portland is the only real city in Oregon. Talk to you soon. Good night, sheepdog. I wrote your name down. You can expect a X message from me at some point. Ask some people on here, like Caveman. I'm not real good at communication, so it may be a few days or whatever. But I will. You're on the list now for me to get a hold of. Thank you for that. Yes, it is. It's definitely nuts. And you're watching this right now. We're watching Los Angeles, and Los Angeles has what 10, maybe 100 times more people than we do. Los Angeles is huge. It's either the biggest or second biggest city in the country. And even their activities pale in comparison to what we have in Portland when it comes to this protest activism stuff. And it's because LA jumps on it. LA's like, no, we're not going to stand for it. So you don't see, we saw what, a day or two at the beginning of this where they took over around City Hall and all that. But that literally lasted a day or two and they squashed it. And now what, you got a dozen people out of how many millions of people live in Los Angeles? Like I said, it's either the biggest or second biggest city in our country. Yeah, in the middle of California, which is one of the worst states in our country for this kind of stuff. But yet you see a dozen people standing out there. We have more activity in front of our ICE building than they do. Yeah. Caveman, keep reminding me. I'm an idiot. Like I said, I was going to try to hit you up this evening because we were going to be in Dayton, but plans changed and I didn't go anywhere. So I did not hit you up. My wife even keeps bugging me about it. She wants to, if we can find another couple that we can go hang out and have fun with that are of like mind as us, then that would be fun. Rodney King Riot. Yeah. I think that's also a good point, Bill, is the fact that the post-Rodney King riots actually woke a lot of people up and they were like, whoa, this is dumb. They got scared straight after that. Estimated population of. Yeah, but that's just the city itself. That's not the whole metro area. So the numbers on that are a little bit underestimated, Sand Tiger. That's just the city of Los Angeles proper. I think there's like 6 million or something in the metro area. Because when you count all the other suburbs and stuff that are around it, that if you live there and you're driving through there, you can't tell when you went from the city to a suburb. Yeah, LA is done with riots. I hope so. I hope they learn their lesson. There is um, a history of similar things in Cleveland. They call them the Huff riots back in the 60s. And they did the same thing. And growing up there, I heard people say, we ain't going to do that again. We ain't going to do that again. And Cleveland learned its lesson. And I never saw, in my lifetime, I never saw that happen again in Cleveland because they, like I said, they had riots like they had in LA. And it took a big, devastating financial toll on the city of Cleveland and the people of Cleveland. And they learned their lesson, and they're not going to do that again. And I think LA may have learned the same lesson. And I'm always wondering if Portland needs something like that to actually learn its lesson. I hope it doesn't happen because people get devastated by stuff like that. But maybe Portland has to learn the hard way. Yeah, LAPD takes their horse units, their mounted units out there and everything, dude. They do not play. And they use chemical munitions and less than lethal uh, ammo and things of that sort. They don't play because it can get out of control when you have that many people. And LA is a very incredibly diverse city, so you factor that in with the fact that most of their population is not happy right now, neither with the Trump administration, which a lot of them probably don't like, but also with California's government. They're not happy with Newsom or any of those people that are making their lives hell down there. They pay out the ass for everything. So you've got one of the biggest cities on the planet, basically, and they're all unhappy. That's a powder keg. And like I said, I hope that Portland doesn't have to go through something like that to learn, but I bet they would. I bet you if normies and the general population of Portland had to see the full effects of these violent left wingers going unchecked, I think it'd be a different story. I think they'd stop electing. We actually, some of you guys not from Portland don't understand that we have actual Antifa sitting in our local and state governments and self-professing. I mean, they're not scared. They're not shy about it. There was a point in time back in the OG days where I stood face to face across the police line from a city council member in Portland. And I know all the connections between City Hall and Antifa, and that's a clip cut out of context or some stupid shit like that. What are we talking about? What is out of context? What word you tell me PDX do on the ground, but you show any of this to be normal, even slightly left-leaning person, they're going to pretty much just ignore it and say it's a clip out of context. Oh, I had to read your whole 2 comments to understand that. You're correct. You're correct. Size to this topic, Los Angeles County covers approximately. Yes. Yes. And like I said, a lot of that is considered suburbs or other towns or whatever and not included in that. What was it, 3.7 you said million? But yes, that is very true, Foxface. And welcome, you're a new name, so welcome to you. Glad you're here. They're going to pretty much just ignore it. Well, they spin their narrative and then they gaslight is what they do. They blame it all on us or Trump or somebody else. It's always somebody else's fault. It's not just that they're messed up in the head. Of course not. They have no self-realization. Don't forget the Muslim Brotherhood is part of Congress. Yes, it's going all the way to the federal levels. You are correct. And we have the squad and people like that granted, a lot of their stuff, with the Ilhan Omar and AOC and all of their corruption and all of their BS with the activism and whatever, it's all getting exposed. But how long have they been there already? How much damage have they done over the last 10 years before they get exposed? And that's not just stuff that disappears. It's stuff that has long-lasting effects on their constituency. and on the rest of us, because when they're in Congress and whatnot, they're enacting laws. That's the legislative arm of the United States government. They're enacting laws and policies that affect every single one of us in this country. And they've been sitting there playing their bullshit for a decade or more before somebody finally says, oh, wait, maybe they are bad. When we've been telling them for 10 years that these people are crap, they're garbage humans. They do not need to be in charge of anything. But because the media is the blue machine, most people out there don't realize or ignore the things that we tell them, that we try to bring out in the open. They ignore it. We're conspiracy theories. We're QAnon freaks. We're Trumpers. We're this. They always put some kind of crazy label on us to make us look unstable so that normal people don't listen to us. And that's probably why people like me have 1,100 viewers or 1,100 subs, and then people on the left have 5, 6, 7,000 subs. Because in mainstream, I get labeled a conspiracy theorist, a right-wing nut job, this and that. And all I'm not even that hardcore right-wing. I'm just trying to share the truth as I see it. But I get labeled all this stuff and get discounted and get, persecuted as a nut job. Because if you guys have watched me long enough, I'll criticize Trump. I'll criticize everybody. I have no problem calling it as I see it. And I'm not a hardcore party line person. I'm not going to support somebody just because their name says R in front of it. So, if you're a Republican, a conservative, even a hardcore conservative, I'll call it as I see it. I will hold your feet to the flame harder than I will a Democrat, because I expect it out of a Democrat. I don't expect it out of Republicans. I expect Republicans to think like Republicans do and act like Republicans expect them to when they vote for them. A spade is always a spade, correct. And I don't care if it's a red spade or a blue spade, blue-handled spade, yellow-handled spade, red-handled spade, it's still a spade. Oh, shit, there's Sis. Honey Pam's in here. Spitfire Pam?
Oh, Tammy said hi.
Tammy says hello. She said, I am a nut.
You are. I was going to say that, but I didn't want you.
Yeah, I'm sitting here saying I'm a nut job, not a nut job, and my wife is giggling under her breath behind me. You can lie without being held accountable. Yeah, I do think that the media needs to be held more accountable, Foxface. I agree with you on that. I don't know how we go about that and not infringe on the First Amendment. So, Pam says, hey, sis. I don't know. That's a slippery slope. It's a fine line. And I don't know how we handle that. I'm not smart enough to figure that one out. But I think you're right. I think there has to be some kind of accountability without restricting freedoms, because they cry about misinformation all the time, but yet they constantly feed us misinformation. At the very least, lies of omission, misrepresentation. There's so many things that they're guilty of, but because we're so hardcore on the First Amendment in this country, it's hard to place restrictions on it without looking like hypocrites and stepping on our own feet. That's a tough line right there, man. I agree with you 100%, but I don't know how we do it without killing America, because was one of the original tenets, was freedom of the press. You have the right to be stupid and believe nonsense. Unfortunately, that is correct. I'm of the opinion that stupid should hurt so that people learn more lessons. Unfortunately, it seems like for the left, I know it does for me, when I'm stupid, I hurt. Something smacks me upside the head every time I'm stupid.
You mean someone?
Or someone, yes, correct. Someone or something smacks me upside the head every time I'm stupid. In my life, stupid hurts. But it seems like for the left, stupid just encourages them. Stupid benefits them. Ding info and stop feeding a party line. Yeah, I don't think I think the press should find some way to be neutral and non-biased in all of their political content, but I don't know if that's possible. I don't know that it's possible because people are inherently biased one way or another. At least with us, with us smaller streamers, with us smaller talking heads on the TV, which that's what I am right now. I'm a talking head. We're straight up and we admit where our biases lie. Mainstream media doesn't do that. Yeah, they don't play by the same rules we do. You're exactly right. They do not. I will tell you what's my opinion and what's fact. I will tell you when I'm not quite sure. I will tell you when I'm relying on somebody else's for their information. And I will tell you that a lot of it is my opinion, even when I do say facts, because I am biased and I'm not going to lie about it. And we have that freedom as smaller streamers. The media can't do that. Even people that want to be like that in the media can't because of the media machine. Because it's set up that way and has been for quite some time. I've heard of many journalists that have had opportunities to be in mainstream media and they just can't do it because they don't want their story spun. Even these actual journalists that come out and try to be unbiased and try to tell the whole story from a balanced perspective, they have editors and copiers and stuff like that. They can turn in a story to the Oregonian newspaper that is completely 100% on point, non-biased, completely factual, and then the editing staff of the Oregonian will put something out that looks completely different. I've talked to journalists that have had this happen. So it's not always the journalist's fault. I've seen it happen on the evening news. I've literally been interviewed by people from local evening news that I've had conversations with off camera, and they believe in our movement. They believe in conservative and all that stuff. And they try to put out an interview that's a taped interview. And then the 6 o'clock news comes out and the interview is nothing like what happened on the ground. Once the editors get a hold of it, they flip it around so much. And they've actually, believe it or not, when this has happened to, I'm sure Spitfire Pam's in here, she can confirm this, that there have been mainstream media, what do you call them? They're not anchors, reporters that go out boots on the ground. And they've actually come up to us and apologized for their own stories on the news and said, that's not how I submitted it. There's been many times that has happened, that I've seen on the ground reporters for local news stations come up to a Patriot Prayer rally and apologize to us for what was put on the screen because they did not submit the story that way. Pam's been around since the beginning. She's seen this happen. My wife has seen it happen. She's been first person witness to this happen. She'll watch me do an interview and then watch it on the news later, and she'll just like want to punch the TV. She said, that is not what you said. It's not even the question that the reporter asked.
Well, they reported that you died. You were murdered in front, remember?
Yeah. According to mainstream media, I'm dead. So I died at a rally in Portland that I was never even at. Bring back the Smith-Mundt Act. I am going to have to look into that. I don't know what that is. You caught me off guard with that one. I do not know what the Smith-Mundt Act is. I'm going to have to look that up. I've seen people on the news lie and never fix it. Yeah, well, a lot of times they can't because it's not up to them, especially your anchor people. They're just reading off a teleprompter. And most of the time they don't care. It's their job just to read it. unless you're watching like the ones in the morning where they actually have time to editorialize and stuff. And the funny thing is you can pay attention to anchor people's faces and know, because sometimes they know they're spitting out bullshit and can't do anything about it. And you watch their facial expression and you can see that they don't believe what they're saying. And that makes me laugh. There was a report that this is a story. One of the war where guys had to go in the house, got messed up, bombed the house, and came out and put the guy out. Wait, what? I'm gonna have to read that slower. There was a reporter that sent a story in. One of the war where guys had to go into a house. They got messed up, but a bomb in the house, and then came out and put the guy out. In the news, she said, our guys in the war were beating the family. Oh, yeah. Okay. Now I see where you're going with this. Yeah. Does that mean you don't have to pay taxes unfiltered? That is a subject for a whole nother episode, brother. That's a story unto itself, man. That's not something you discuss in a minute or two. That's something that requires quite some in-depth conversation. And the three news channel came out later and said that they were wrong. You miss Walter Cronkite. But do you look back on Walter Cronkite and wonder how much of his was edited and spun and things of that? Unfortunately, the way the media is now, it has made me cynical about everything I've watched my entire life. And that, I'm naturally a cynical person, but when living what we have over the last 10 years, it makes you question everything. It really does. It makes you wonder how much we're seeing is actually true and how much is not. And I got to admit, even we do it sometimes. Even we, put out little X clips and whatnot that further our narrative. I've done it. I've selectively edited videos and showed only what I wanted to show. I'll admit it. I'm 100% guilty. Because you're not trying to put out a story. You're trying to put your opinion out there and your view and attitude of the situation. Good night, Unfiltered. Thanks for being here. Appreciate your input. So even I've selectively edited stuff once in a while. Just the facts, ma'am. You are correct. And I hope, because as far as media goes, he's one of the people that I still respect. So I hope that he was full of integrity like we believe him to be, but it's hard for me to have 100% faith in that. And that's sad. You want to have some people to have faith in. You really do. It's human nature to want to believe somebody, to want to trust somebody that's feeding you information. And when you can't do that as a general rule, it's a sad state of affairs. It really is. The fact that you can't trust anybody. All right, that video's dead. Let me find another video to put on. Some good background stuff. That's for a couple minutes. That'll give me a good 5 minutes worth of stuff.
No worries. You don't need to record that or anything. I don't want anything to... Oh, we're doing no cameras for that shit. What happened? Oh, I don't know. Check with the dog
That's the
map.
kind of media that need to stop happening.
After they've,
Yeah, I believe it. I believe it. Where do you see? Oh, are you seeing Romeo in the background? You're being photobombed by a cutie. Yep. Come here, buddy. People want to see your face. Come here. Right here. Come here. Right here. Hey. Right here. Look. Shoulder. Come say hi. Everybody say hi. You got to come over here where they can see you. Jerry, there's your big boy. Oh, here's your big boy. Okay, you gotta lay down now. Everybody said hi. You gotta lay down. Apparently, he was doing the same thing that Fat Patriot's cat was doing to him.
Oh, that's funny.
Hey, excuse me. I pet you. You're good. No, you are not going to jump on my desk. Go lay down. He's trying to. Give me a kiss, and then you can go lay down. Give me a kiss right here. He's my good boy. He's my good boy. You're annoying as fuck, though. You got to go lay down.
Quit stealing my dough. Come here, baby.
Go see mommy.
Come here, lay down.
Oh. Yeah, Pam, you saw pictures of him when he was just this big. When he was an itty bitty little baby boy.
You're buzzing. You're buzzing. I'm busy.
But anyways, I say all that to say this. Don't trust media. Don't trust media. It's frustrating. We want to be able to get our news from somewhere, but I think that is the biggest. Oh, looks like Chris is on live. That means Danny probably is too. I think that's the importance of us live streamers at places like ICE. And people ask, what did you accomplish down there? And that's one of the things we accomplished is we shed light where the mainstream media wouldn't. K2, one of our local stations, had a camera down there for like at least a couple weeks straight. And they were basically worse than Nathan. They were worse than Pretend Media. They had a tripod and they pointed it at the gate, and that was it. And when they came on with their reporter, he was like, oh, here we are at ICE, and it seems pretty peaceful, yada, yada, yada. And for weeks, that was the only thing that they were showing. And then when it would get hairy, they would literally put the camera away. And I'm like, that's not real, true reporting. I have not seen it yet, but I've heard all about it, Cape Man. I'm going to look into it. It may come up on this video. But apparently the left went after Sandy because he decided he had had enough of the gratuitous violence. So they turned on him. Don't get me wrong. I still don't trust him as far as I can throw my truck. But, you know, I guess you got to give credit where credit's due. And if he was actually trying to be the voice of reason in that situation, you got to give him props for that. Without the counter protest. Yeah, Chris, out of date. That's what we did. And it was right at the time when Trump wanted to send the Natty Guard down there. And then Portland came out and Wyden did that 6 o'clock in the morning Sunday shot of ICE where there was nobody there. Oh, look at this. And then that's when they started wearing the costumes to make it look jovial in a party atmosphere instead of the violent riot it actually is. And the news was just running with it and eating up all the peaceful protest narrative. And we all went down there with our cameras and we're like, no, look, this is what's really happening. Yes, I know Savannah got beat up. I know. I haven't dove into that yet either. You haven't been watching it since the beginning, Pam. I woke up to our Patriot friends getting attacked in Portland. I slept all day, so I'm still catching up on a lot of stuff. I am the first female in my family that hunts. Well, congratulations. I guess that's a cool thing. Well, my wife says it is, so there you go. Congratulations on that. A female hunter is pretty cool. Now you got Hunger Games stuck in my head. We're going to call Kimberly Katniss Everdeen, I guess.
What did she mean earlier when she said you had a good looking boy?
She was talking about James when I had James on camera before.
Oh.
I had to explain to her it's my grandkid. I'm too old to have a good looking kid like that. The bearded lady cannot be there. She gonna go to prison. There's a lot. Tim Perry, welcome. That's a new name. Welcome. Thank you for your input. You've got to be more specific. There's a lot of bearded ladies out there, bro. There's a lot of bearded ladies, more than there should be anywhere. There's a lot of bearded ladies down there at ICE. So you're gonna have to be just a little bit more specific. And I'm not laughing at you. That's just facts. I was at my mom's all day packing the house up, estate sale Saturday. You're moving? I thought I saw something about that. I'm not on Facebook a lot anymore, so I'm kind of behind on some of that, but I thought I saw something about you moving. Yeah. I don't know, and we're probably not going to ask her on live. Tammy says, post your new address on here for everybody to see.
I did not say that. Liar pants.
Oh, Seth. Yeah, that bearded lady. Yeah. That's are you talking about the Seth that was there tonight? Because there's two Seths. And I think they're both bearded ladies, but one of them is a bearded frog lady. So the black evening gown tonight was an especially nice. Yeah, I didn't catch that yet. Like I said, I'm supposed to be watching these videos and learning what you guys already know, but we're bullshitting too much, so I'm missing the videos. I'm too busy yakking, flapping my jaws. But what are you going to do? That's why I'm here, right? You guys tune in to listen to me blather, which I still don't quite understand, but I'll run with it. You guys want to hear me blather, I'll blather. And my wife is breathing heavy behind me, so she doesn't want to hear me blather. Speaking of, I don't know how much longer I will be on here because I'm still not feeling all that great. Oh my God. Wow. Look at this. They had that driveway full of stuff. Holy crap. And I'm not going to say it out loud because I don't want to get in trouble, but check out what this car has to drive over. You see that?
Bunch of dildos.
Yeah, it's a whole line of them across the ice thing.
Well, they beat the crap out of Savannah with those today.
That's ridiculous. How childish and mentally unstable do you have to be to do that? My ex-aunt here name. The Angry Oregonian, one word, lowercase letters. Oh, Doc Savage. That's another new name. Welcome. Thank you for your input. Man, I'm seeing a lot of new people in here tonight. Well, I guess I got to say the obligatory. If you haven't subscribed, please do. If you could remember to hit that thumbs up button on your way in or out, that would be awesome. That would help me out without costing you anything. So if you could do that, I'd be greatly appreciated. I'm still a small channel, still trying to grow. And, you know, I don't really count X views so much, but you know, if you want to follow me on X, every once in a while I post something on there. Rubber toys and where throw them happy. Yeah, they were big on that. That's something that they've done for a while, but not to share. Book. All right, says I'm back. I hope you guys can hear me. I need to find another video anyways. And it's doing it again. Let's see. I think I've figured out how to fix this quickly. There we go. All right. Well, yes, thank you for that, Kimberly. I don't do a whole lot on Facebook anymore. Don't really know why, other than the fact that it just got to be old hat. And I pretty much watch for notifications for people I know in real life. I don't do a whole lot of Patriot stuff on there. I got focus on, so I neglected my Facebook. I like the personal interaction with people over here a lot better. Good evening, Rooster. But Pam will tell you, Pam's been around long enough to know that my actual name came from Facebook. My channel name, because I used to kind of do this on a much smaller level every once in a while on Facebook. And the little clip, the little live stream I did on Facebook was called The Angry Oregonian way back in the day. So that's actually where my name came from. And when I got into YouTube, probably 2020, got my first GoPro and started figuring out YouTube more, I kind of slid over this way. And I kind of like this a lot more than Facebook. Quincy seems to have good luck with streaming on both. When I figure out my actual setup, I'm going to probably try to do that. but I also have a lot of family and a lot of nonpartisan friends on Facebook. So I try not to bombard them with my Patriot stuff as much. That way they actually talk to me once in a while. I figure anybody that wants to know my political stuff will come to my channel and watch it, and I don't have to put it all over my Facebook page. And I still have a very diverse group of friends on Facebook because of that. But I used to be hardcore political on Facebook, and it caused a lot of controversy in a lot of personal ways. So I try not to do that so much anymore. And I don't know how to I don't know how to save Facebook videos to repost them somewhere else or whatever. So, and then they disappear and you can't watch old Facebook stuff. So it, for posterity reasons and research reasons, it makes more sense to do it on YouTube for me. And the fact that since I started doing this political stuff over here, I now have a potentially monetized channel. So apparently it's working. And I appreciate every one of you for making that work for me. I really do. I got to give you guys credit for that. I'm not doing anything different than I have always done. I mean, a little bit more quote unquote professional about it. But this is what I've been doing for years and years, and without much attention, without much fanfare. So the fact that you guys have helped me get it to this level, I'm very appreciative of. There's more on X now. Anyways, yeah, I know. I'm just not into the X thing. I'm going to try to multi-stream so that I have stuff on X, but X is not my thing. I watch it to read news, not to give news, if that makes sense. YouTube is just, I guess the only way to say it is I have more fun on YouTube. So that's my chosen media outlet. These guys are just insane. Like I was talking about earlier, I mean, we have ICE protests all over the place. All over the place. And some of them made big news, like LA and Minneapolis. But you don't see this anywhere else but Portland.
It is not safe out here tonight.
You don't see this really close-up interaction like this and in the overt stupidity that you see here in Portland anywhere else. This is a uniquely Portland thing. Yeah, Chris, I'm working on that. Once I get my clipping down, which I should here really soon, then I'm going to start doing that because it exposes your channel more when you put more clips on X. So I'm going to learn how to do that here really, really soon. Facebook is a broken platform. Well, I think it's kind of fading away. It's like MySpace, and it's taken a lot longer than MySpace because it was a good alternative and it worked for a long time. But I don't think they're keeping up with the changing needs of their customers, I guess, their base. They're not keeping up with the times. They're not changing with the times. And I think Zuckerberg has lost his freaking mind somewhere along the line. And I don't think that it's gonna keep up. And I think it is gonna slowly fade away, just like MySpace did. People use Facebook to talk to their moms and their kids and stupid cat videos and whatever. I think for real political commentary and stuff like that, I don't think Facebook is a place for that. And that's what our group of people is interested in. So it may be different if you look from a different perspective. Obviously, I'm just speaking from the conservative activism point of view. Oh, did they? Got a whole shipment of them for today? Wow. Nasty toys. Yeah, I did. Oh my God. What makes you think that that is a good way to protest? I don't understand that. I don't get that. What group of people were sitting around and saying, you know what, we need to step up our protests. Let's send a bunch of rubber toys flying all over the place. That'll get our point across. Right? Yeah. But How do you do that? Where do you come up to that conclusion that the best way to get your message across is to throw a bunch of adult toys around at people? Again, stupidity pisses me off. Romeo, please stop. Romeo, please stop.
He's doing something.
I know, but he's doing it loudly, right over my shoulder. Yeah, sick and depraved minds. Sick and depraved. Romeo, go to your bed.
Okay, go lay down.
All right, guys, I'm going to have to find something a couple minutes long and let you watch because I have to go visit Chandler's real quick. You find something that you can watch for a couple minutes. This is only a minute long. This is half a minute long. That's 50 seconds long. Come on, give me something longer, Mary. Goodness.
Oh, sorry.
That's what she said. All right, this one is 40 minutes. Yes. All right, guys, I'll let you watch. I'll turn the sound up on it a little bit so you guys can hear it while I'm gone. If you guys will excuse me for a moment. Come on, switch back. There we go. Let me go back here, turn the sound up a little bit so you guys can hear, and I will be right back.
Look at these fascist bastards smiling. Look
People are seriously violent tonight.
They're so fucking push. We got a Nazi mobile coming out of the gates. Nazi mobile coming out of the gates.
Share the stream.
Hey, DHS agents. I want to know, how old are your children? Hey, DHS, how old are your kids? Are they ready to be drafted? Are you ready for your children to
Right, non-stop assaults.
You're sure as shit not serving your community. You're sure as shit not serving us. You are working for billionaire techno-fascist pedophiles. Police, put down your badge. Put down your gun. You're with us. On the right side of history.
All right, this is Portland ICE facility. The crowd is extremely violent tonight.
I know you're gonna confiscate one of those dildos, and I know you're gonna rub your prostate with it. You closet little bitch. I know every single one of you will fucking tweet. You know what I know? I see it in your eyes, you little bitch. You know how I fucking know? Even before I look in your eyes, because you are a simp. You're a fucking simp. For a billionaire techno-fascist pedophile Donald Trump, you take that orange chicken and you
Go, Jack. Oh. Can you hear all this? All right, let me turn this down. We're back. Okay, guys, so I'm going to say I've got half hour left on here, and I'm going to shut her down. So if you guys got anything you want to talk about, any questions you have, whatever, something I need to see, throw it in the chat. We got a half hour left. I'm not going to make my wife suffer until 3 in the morning tonight. Go, please. Come on. You keep sucking me into this. I want you to go lay down. I keep forgetting I'm mad at you. You're pretty good. You just went to the other side. Right?
It is not safe out here tonight. That's for sure.
You're just standing here staring at me. Islam is not compatible with the Constitution. You are correct. Islam is a theocracy. Islam is in cahoots with the Mexican cartel. Probably they're in cahoots with anybody. They'll make money. It's 3:30 here. What you mean? Face, face, eyebrow, face, green, smiling. See, that's another thing. If I get to the monetized thing or whatever, we can do special emojis. Would you please go lay down? Please? Please go bug mom. Go around. You can jump on the other side. Go bug mommy. It is 12:30 here right now. So I'm going to cut it at 1 o'clock for my wife's sake. She listens to me do this all night. And it's probably not fair to her because not everybody is a third shift person like me. So I want to be fair to my wife.
Hey, we're going to finish it. We're going to finish up Tranny Chaser.
Who is currently back there getting molested by a dog. Everybody say hi to the freak show behind me. His mom. Mr. Bill. I want to know, I'm on Restream and it does not give me it does not color my mods. Mr. Bill doesn't say. Oh, he does. He does. Oh, there's the black dress somebody was. Oh, it's that thing. Oh my God, that thing's so. She has been present for all of the chick that usually wears like the gold dress and stuff. She's there for every flag burning. I think she's got a crush on Richard. I think it's a he. I'm not sure though.
Oh, it is a man.
It is a man? Yeah. My wife says it's a man. It needs to get monetized. Yes, I do. I know. Everybody's yelling at me about it. Yes, I know. Get a good cash app emoji thing you don't get all from the what? Get a good cash app emoji thing you don't get all from the money. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't know there was any money involved in the emoji thing. I don't know. I'm still figuring this out.
Special guest.
You gotta get good with a few of these ICE officers and talking to me giving these dipshits out protesting free bottom surgeries with beanbags. I am not gonna disagree with that one. I think we're on the same page on that one, Foxface. Yeah, show me the money. Show me the money. Oh, weird. I didn't realize that my stream was on my phone. I think that's Mike's boyfriend. Yeah, it could be. It could be. Yeah, Pam's jealous, right? Oh, there's Pam right there. But she's like, she is like twice Pam's size, so Pam ain't gonna mess with that.
But have you heard of J6?
Yeah, but have you heard of J6?
Okay. FPS is
J6, yeah. Yeah. YouTube does take 30% of donations. I haven't.
probably some targeted arrests made.
Okay, I'll tell you one thing, guys. One thing I'm working on is using some of my donated money to get better internet connection here. But
Y'all are so fucking demoralized.
what I'm trying to figure out is somebody, I said emojis and then somebody said money. Are those emojis a money thing?
I know that's not the first
Or is it like a membership thing? I don't understand. I thought I just put emojis up there for you guys to use, and that was the end of that. I didn't know it was a special thing that cost money or something. I don't do the emojis on chats. I prefer going to people's streams and talk to them, joining their panel or whatever, as Mr. Bill knows. I'd rather talk than type most of the time. I am in a lot of chats, though. You guys see me, I'm just an ordinary viewer and chatter like you guys a whole lot of times, if I'm not doing my own live stream. But I prefer to be able to talk to people. Yes, Cash App is better. We've already had this discussion. Mr. Bill's joining late. And doing an email is not hard for me. I just choose not to do it. People buy memberships and get emojis as a perk. Okay, I got you. So I can't just throw them out there. They have to be members to get the special emojis is what you're saying. I get it now. Never quite understood that. The only time I've ever got memberships is when I've got them gifted to me because I'm broke, so I don't pay for extra stuff like that. I'm trying to make money on my own channel, not give money to everybody else's channel. No, I do. Mr. Bill knows. I send out super chats and stuff like that. Try to get the flow going. And again, if you guys, I want my money going to all who I sent it to. Yeah, and that's pretty smart, Kim. I understand that sentiment, and I appreciate it. As a streamer, as somebody that you've donated to, I appreciate that greatly. That's why I'm I'm not that upset about not being monetized. I know a lot of channels that are way more farther along than mine that still won't monetize, and they'd rather you just, if you're going to donate, then donate a different way so that YouTube doesn't take all their money. So yeah, that does not fall on idle ears, Kimberly. You are absolutely correct, and we appreciate. Man, I wish this would cook buffering. Kylie Robinson, how are you? Hopefully I'm saying your name right. Another name I don't recognize, so welcome if you're new, especially.
By the way, there's no.
Come on, why is this? There it goes.
I haven't
Okay.
seen a single officer.
Sadly, YouTube take their cut. Yep. Yes, Kimberly, you are not saying. You are not. You are speaking facts. You are speaking the truth. Don't misinterpret anything that I'm responding with as negative. I'm not being negative towards you. I'm over the limit for the first tier, Chris. I haven't checked in a couple days. I don't know exactly where I'm at right now, but I know I'm over the limit. I'm working on getting monetized right now. I'm just getting the runaround from YouTube. I'm working on it. I just not been feeling real good this weekend. That's why I haven't been to any protests or done anything boots on the ground this weekend, because I've been under the weather. My wife has too. So
Yeah,
I've been
0
slacking.
please.
I'm trying to catch up on sleep that I don't get during the week.
No.
And I've been having a hard time. You got right. Oh my goodness, somebody from Australia.
What?
That's
Oh, here we
killer.
go.
I get very I get a big head when I find out I have international viewers. That's freaking awesome. Thank you, Kylie. You're the first one I know tonight that's an international viewer. It should be in a minute, and they drag their feet initially. That's what I'm being told. I'm being told I need to just be patient with this. It's hard because I've waited quite some time to get to this point and kind of worked my butt off to get here. So I kind of want instant gratification, as most of us do. But I'm trying to be patient. I mean, it's not going to do me any good to get upset about it. They're going to do it when they want to do it, right? Sometimes you just got to sit back and wait for the powers to be. And there's Richard burning another flag. And Mike playing with it. Oh, I know it's not nice to say, but it would not hurt my feelings if he catch himself on fire. Just for being dumb. Stupid should hurt, man. Stupid should hurt. If you're going to sit there and say that, do the symbolic gesture saying that you hate America. The borders are open to leave. You can get out. I'm not a hardcore love it or leave it kind of guy. I understand you could disagree with your government, but if you're going to be that retarded about it, then you can just go somewhere else. You like Mexicans so much, you like Mexico, you think it's a great country and not a shithole, go on down there. You think other countries are better than ours? No reason you can't go there. Good things come to those who wait. I'm repeatedly telling myself that, Chris. Talk to Bill and Quincy, they are old. Yeah, I have been, Kimberly. I talk to them on a constant basis. They are the OGs in this streaming game, and I recognize that. I am but an infant compared to them, so I talk to them quite a bit. You got a DeVita, baby. Don't you know that? Witness protection. That's another new. I'm seeing a lot of new names in here tonight, and I am really grateful for that. I appreciate you guys being here. Welcome, Witness protection, and appreciate you guys being here. Hopefully, I keep you amused long enough that you come back. Hit the clicky things if you would. That would help me out. I'll throw the obligatory in here. You guys know I don't do this that much, but if you want to contribute to making the channel better, help me get better Wi-Fi, help me get better streaming service, then there on my homepage of this channel, there is a Cash App link that is the same as my name that's on the screen that you can't see right now. So, oh yeah, you can. You can see it on the big picture. I love the United States. God bless you, Angry. And I know you do, Kimberly. You do not strike me as anything but patriotic. I have no doubt of your loyalty to this country. I will say that 100%. I've been interacting with you in chats for a long time and for a while now, and I do not doubt your loyalty. You are somebody I would not question. A question for you: are you planning on any long ride in the motorcycle with it? I am. I've got to do some maintenance. I got to do some tire work. I've got to go through and do anybody who has a Harley knows that you got to do the bolt tightening routine. And what was I going to say? I've got an oil leak somewhere I got to fix, and I got to replace the front and rear brakes. So before I go on a long ride, I'm going to have to do a whole weekend full of mechanicking on the bike. But I do want to do, and I don't usually get to take my wife with me on a long ride. So I think we're trying to plan for this summer ride down through the Redwood Forest and go down to San Francisco and just take the coast route all the way up and down the West Coast on the bike. I think we're going to try to plan that. And what I'm trying to do is find a way to link it into both of my channels. Usually stuff like that goes on my Moto channel, but if I can find a way to link the two, then I can cross promote both at the same time. I'm still trying to figure that one out. But yes, to answer your question, we are planning some long trips. They always, yeah. Mine's leaking quite a bit right now, though. I think I've got a gasket I got to replace on my primary. But yeah, that's hopefully that's a pie in the sky plan for this summer. Depending on whether we can afford it and whatnot, and we're both in good enough health.
Down here and just attack nonstop. They're a terror group.
Yes, I know. We definitely do. I've somebody mentioned it, and somebody's already trying to. I think Enrique and Rebel are trying to plan it.
But basically,
out here. So
we can't give up on this because.
But yeah, maybe we could do one or something. I don't know. But yeah, that's a good idea.
I only have
do what?
2.5 more years.
Okay, then maybe we can. So you couldn't. I don't know why you. Jesus, quit talking under your breath.
I agree that Trump needs to do insurrection acts. This has been going on for 10 months.
Oh, women. What do you do about women?
He wouldn't need to do that.
Oh,
the federal government
this is why.
Do anything if Portland police did their job.
Here in about 15 minutes, I'm going to kill this, and I'm going to go watch some girly movie with my wife and make her happy. It's time to do some paying attention to my wife a little bit more. I love you guys, and I love the fact that you guys give me attention when I give you attention, but my wife and I need to have some wife time, husband and wife time. So My dad was a Marine. You know, I find that out a lot. I hear that a lot of people that are dedicated patriots, I guess, that they have military family a lot, and that's cool. That's awesome. I've got my Love Our Veteran shirt on. Probably can't see it through the
All right,
chat.
speaking of people saying insurrection
My
acts,
wife and
you
I
guys,
are
summer hasn't even started yet. So
have been
busy
very
season.
active with the American Legion.
It's bad already, and it's not even.
Caveman, we've already talked about this, and I don't
season
have
for it.
dirt bikes or quads, but if you do and you want to ride, I am down to do that with you. I've only done it a
At
few
security,
times.
yes,
I'm
guys.
mostly a street person, but every time I've done it, I love it.
But even with security,
I love having different fun,
it's
and if it's
still
on wheels with a throttle, I am down.
questionable. So
I am down to play
I'm
that
playing it
game,
safe.
brother.
I don't risk.
So down to play that game. I love anything with the motor and the throttle. I'd like to get a dirt bike soon, but I just don't have the money for it right now.
Yeah, tell them anytime.
You know where I live, and you know that within 5-10 minutes, I'm on gravel roads up in the mountains. So I would love to have something. I hear Harleys, but nobody showed them. That's annoying. You know that would have been center screen on my video if I was down there. I hear bikes and squirrel. I'm done. Hey, coming from Fat Patriots. All right. Hey, thanks, guys. I didn't even know he was live right now.
So I know.
Like, he might as well just have a continuous 24/7 live at this point. He's always on.
And
Appreciate it, Unscripted.
I'm pretty sure it's the same. So.
Unfortunately, you're coming towards
the agency
the end of my stream. I've got another 15-20 minutes before I get off of here and go do some marriage stuff.
Because they can actually use it, but
go act like a married couple with my wife instead of paying attention to this computer screen.
Resources. And I'm
Otherwise,
sure FPS isn't getting paid right
I'll
now
be sleeping
either,
on the couch, and we don't have a comfortable couch.
Are all out here dealing with this unpaid.
Yeah, Caveman, I'm down for that.
So
it might even, I don't know where you go to ride, but it might even be worth the time for you to bring them out here, and we could go from my place out here. Because like I said, I can be up in BLM lands in 5-10 minutes from here. So no, Caveman knows I do Harley. He just wasn't sure if I did the dirt bike thing or not.
Same.
But yeah, check out Steve Trevino. That name sounds familiar, but I'll write it down. I'm learning to write things down now because I always forget. Well, I just got smart enough. Now I have the chat on my screen. Where's the camera? There it is. On my screen. So I can go back and read chat later.
Yeah, but look at him. He has to come out
Steve Trevino. That sounds like some comedy. My wife likes comedy. Maybe we can watch some comedy show tonight. Steve Trevino. The name sounds familiar. Like I've watched him before. But yeah, it was irritating me that after the stream, you couldn't see the live chat anymore. So I'm really happy that now I can go in, even if I miss some chat, like when I'm out at Chandler's or if I got to go outside or something like that. Now I can go back and read the chat later, and things that I forgot I can get reminded of. So this is actually a huge plus for me to figure out how to put the chat on the screen.
Gotcha.
And it's cool for everybody else. Because I'm sitting here talking to the chat. If you're watching this later and I don't have the chat on the screen, you have no idea what I'm responding to. So the fact that I can put the chat up there, you guys can see what the conversation is about when you rewatch it later, or somebody new comes in and watches it later. So I'm going to have to keep remembering to do that, to put the chat up on screen. That's a cool new feature I just discovered. I'm learning, guys. I'm trying to make this show. Every time I do this, I try to learn something to make the show a little bit better. And you guys are rewarding me for it, so that's awesome. It's a good trade-off. I wouldn't recommend your wife watching it with you. His whole thing is talking shit about being married. Oh, she'll laugh at that too. She's got a good sense of humor when it comes to comedians. She may punch me in the arm a couple of times. Okay, so that picture right there is quite appropriate. Oh, I'm watching it a little bit of a delay. But the picture of Mike Struck with all of those adult toys hanging on it, that is quite the appropriate picture. I'm going to have to go back and clip that because that makes sense. How do you say it? It tracks. It's on brand. That's on brand for Mike. Yeah, Fox Face, pretty good sense of humor when it comes to stuff like that. So we're definitely go watch it together.
Coming down here, I would have let you know, but I was not planning to come down.
I love the fact. love the fact that I've said it earlier. I got woke up to drama down at Ice on my TV.
Oh, okay.
But one
I
thing
know.
that's impressive is I saw all you people in chat being concerned, sending
Yeah,
messages,
I wasn't.
and
I mean, I'm
having
personally
genuine
burnt
care
out.
and concern for the Patriots that are down there. And that inspires me. It makes me feel better about being down there to know that you guys got our back. No one should ever tell that Chris or Nico they should leave that as their home streets. Absolutely, Sand
Okay, if
Tiger.
you
That's
are
literally
tuning
where
in,
they live.
The music has stopped.
If
because
anybody has a
Native
right to be
American
down there,
group
they
is gonna
do.
do a
Period.
powwow.
End of
is what they
story.
announced.
So you are absolutely correct. But the fact that you guys watch our backs and you guys are actually concerned,
I'm not sure where.
I mean, have actual worry and everything, that's inspiring, and that makes me feel better. I'm pretty sure it makes my wife feel better when I'm down there to know that you guys got our back. And that's an awesome thing. Yeah. She just said that when she's watching at home and I'm down there and I get caught up in stuff, so I'm not instantly communicating with her, and that gets her worried because she's a very concerned person. But you like the way I put that?
It's just as bad.
Honey, is it whip ups
Months, huh?
right up here? Yeah. Actually, whip ups are right up the road from me, dude. Like I could damn near walk there, except for it's uphill. I said damn near. I'm exaggerating, but I'm saying it's very, very close. When you come down from Whip Up and hit the town, you're basically in my neighborhood. So below Whip Up.
All right,
so,
this is a daisy.
Shelton. Okay, yeah. So Elk Flats is up there.
The internet just sent me a notification that there's 15 devices.
All right.
How is there?
Marker with the daisy chain next
I
to it.
have no idea.
Oh my God! Do we got to put a lock on it, or are they getting it across the street?
Now it's your stool. Enjoy your night.
Oh, we just found something out. We've got a tweaker house across the street with like 20 people living in it. And our internet just told us there were 15 devices running off our Wi-Fi. I think we need to secure our Wi-Fi a little bit better. And that could be why my internet is lagging, because the neighbors are stealing it. That's awesome. I love living in a neighborhood. We never had this problem before. We didn't have close neighbors. This is a new thing for us. I wish I could be out there. All the punks. I am an OG.
All the time they didn't protesting, they could have got like a part-time.
Kimberly Roper said that. Always treat your wife like she is gold. I try to my best. I'm an idiot man, so I don't always do the greatest at it, but I try. See, I'm thinking if we secure our internet a little bit more, it won't do that any longer. Damn tweakers. Have a good night, Fat Patriot. Appreciate you, buddy. If I have any mods in chat right now, if you could put, or Fat Patriot, you are a mod. Throw your link in there, buddy. Do some self-promotion. I'm all for it. Throw your name up in there. Let people know Patriot has been very instrumental in my channel growing. He's a good dude. We are internet buddies now. Yeah, but throw everybody. Don't be afraid to self. If I tell you, if I mention your name, throw your name out there, dude. It's okay. I'm all for us sharing the love and bringing everybody up. I'm going to change my password as soon as I'm done with this live stream. We're going to figure this out, because I have a feeling that might be why I'm running out of data so fast. Maybe why my stuff lags, because apparently we've got tweaker neighbors that are stealing our shit. And we're going to have words about that tomorrow when the sun comes up. I don't like to fight tweakers in the dark.
Just say reporters should be able to come out here.
Well, if you guys click on his name in the chat on
to
YouTube, it should take you to his channel. I know we focus on putting links up there and everything like that, but just hit Fat Patriot's name, and it should take you to his channel and give him some love. Does anyone know what happened to veteran Kristen? Apparently, they're all okay. I'm not sure what Chris was with BCP and them. I'm sure he was absolutely fine. I lost track of what happened to Ryan because when BCP showed up, he was a couple blocks down the road. Both of them live close, so hopefully they got home and took a shower and rinsed all the libtard off them, and are doing okay now.
I think that's what's happening.
Yes, guys. Thank you for all your concern. As soon as I turn this stream off, I'm going to work on this internet thing. Now that I know what I know, I am going to jump on it and try to save it. And maybe that'll make my stream better if we're not getting drained by the entire neighborhood. I didn't think it was an issue, but like I said, we're not used to living so close to people, so it's not something we thought about. Yeah. God bless you too, Kimberly. Have a good night. Appreciate your input very much so. I love you guys. Like I said, please make sure you hit the clicky things. It helps me a lot more than it costs you. How about that? And Mrs. Angry is telling everybody to have a good night. She's been quiet in the background tonight. Normally you guys hear her more. But we're all kind of tired and kind of wore out here. Hey, what's up? What's up, Chris? I don't know how to rate yet, but you guys see Chris Sims with the X in the middle there. They're live. They're doing stuff. So when I shut down here in a few minutes, if you guys want to hop over to Chris or Danny Rebels, usually what I do is I look up both of their streams, and whoever has less viewers, that's the one I'll click on. So it'll boost the other one. They're trying to get their channels up and going too. So, all us small streamers got to support each other. And I've said it constantly. I'm probably killing you guys with saying this over and over again, but the fact that you guys share the love and spread it around so much and you guys are loyal to everybody at the same time, that's such an awesome thing. Such an awesome thing. Yep, Sand Tiger says, and he's been paying attention, Sand Tiger's on his stuff, and he says, Chris got sprayed, and Ryan and everyone's fine before everyone head out. So that's good. Yes. I would have heard if somebody was in bad shape, and I haven't heard anything to that effect yet. So apparently it was just another scuffle, another kerfuffle. Another kerfuffle. I have no idea what you said, but okay.
He said, I'll be right back.
Okay. I heard that part. I didn't hear what you said before that.
I'm going to do some investigating.
Okay. Yes, get a hold of you, Caveman. Thank you for beating me with that because I'm an idiot. You know what? I'm writing your name down in big letters on my little reminder sheet here. Caveman on X with asterisks on both sides. There. Big reminder. Big reminder.
I know.
Like I said, I actually thought about you earlier today because, well, okay, I'll just say it. It was Quincy. I was supposed to meet up with Quincy. He was in my neck of the woods this evening before he went down to ice. And I was supposed to hook up with him because he's very rarely in my part of town. But I flaked on him because I fell asleep. I went into a coma for 6-7 hours.
Okay.
When you go off watching cop shows. So I was supposed to meet up with Quincy, but I because of various things, he knows I'm not feeling good anyway, so hopefully he'll forgive me. He's driving. I won't bug him about it right now.
I don't know.
But
What it's gonna take.
where was I? Yeah, I was supposed to meet him at Dayton this afternoon, so I was going to be like, well, since we're halfway, let's try and meet up with Caveman and go do some stuff this evening. But none of that happened because I literally went into a coma about 2 o'clock this afternoon. Okay, I think I'm back. I was supposed to hook up with him like about 3 o'clock and hang out with him for a few hours, and then I was going to try to get a hold of you and head your way for a while after that. But like I said, I lost it. I lost it bad. We've not been feeling good. I'd been up for a long while now, for over 24 hours. So I passed out hard. And literally a half hour to him about meeting. So I feel like a bit now, but I'm sure he'll understand. Come on, give me my stuff back. Give me it back. Okay, there we are. I'm here again, I think. Man, I've known Quincy for 10 years. That's one of the. I don't feel disrespected. It's just kind of how things go in my life. It doesn't always play out like it's supposed to in my life. It's very, very chaotic and hectic at times. And then when it's not, I sleep. So it has nothing to do with you personally. I'm just, unfortunately, a flake sometimes because of just the way my life works. But yes, we will meet. I mean, hell, we live 30 minutes from each other. We've got to be able to hook up and have a fun night with our wives. That would be cool.
So what's your building
I'm really looking forward to that. It's been a while since her and I have done that. Gone out and met with another couple and just enjoyed ourselves outside of politics and whatever. Just had a good time, man. We need to do that.
Yeah,
so yeah, we will definitely do that soon. What's happening in the door?
It's exactly, and it's because of the city.
I don't know. That was weird.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, we're raising a 3-year-old at 57, so we get it. What's up, babe? Okay.
How is she?
He has his own, right?
Yeah, but I figured out some of it.
Yeah. Oh.
Okay, we'll talk about it in a minute. I'm about to shut down here, baby.
She was seriously assaulted, and
we love our
did it. Has no remorse.
Yes, we love our 3-year-old.
She put her profile picture.
All right, guys. Well, I said 1 o'clock, and it's about that. So I'm going to go ahead and wind this down. I appreciate you guys hanging out. I've still got between 30 and 40 people watching. That's amazing to me at 1 o'clock in the morning. Hey, I
So the
want to get
DA's
off anyways.
actually, he's been pretty
Spend
fair.
some time with you.
I mean, they did nothing about my assault, but others have had better luck.
So anyways, meanwhile, back at the ranch.
Good.
Behind the facade of an innocent-looking bookstore. But yeah, I'm going to have to get off here, guys. I appreciate you guys still being here. That's awesome that you guys are willing to hang out with me this late at night.
I don't get it.
Well, sorry about that. I know your name.
What's a
I'm trying to stay fairly consistent with my posting. I know that viewers like that. But if I miss a day or two, I'm usually on somebody else's. If I'm not live streaming, it's usually because I'm not home and I don't have the connection enough to live stream. But I can still connect with other people on my phone, so that's why I jump on Bill's or I jump on Danny's or Chris's or something like that. So speaking of Danny or Chris, I'm sure they would appreciate it, and I would appreciate it if after you leave me, you go check out Chris Sims or Danny Rebel. I'll tell you what I'm going to do.
Anyways, we're at the point
I'm going to throw theirs on so you guys can see what I'm talking about. I don't know who's I'm going to send you to or ask you to. Oh, geez, Chris has only got one watching, and I don't see Danny's. Watch me turn on and see me on his. Come on, internet. Oh, well, it'll come on here in a minute. Hopefully by the time I share it, it'll come on. Come on, window. Come on, window. I have to refresh it. You guys aren't seeing anything. Come on, window. I see people in his chat. Sand Tiger's in his chat. So I know he's doing something. Oh, his chat is saying he's buffering. I wonder if I have to share the whole screen then so you guys can see. Entire screen. Okay, that's showing this screen. Okay, well, if you guys are willing to tell Miss Angry we can swap recipes, Kimberly says. Big hugs to you both.
Fantastic.
Good night to everybody. I don't want to miss anybody that's saying good night. Live with the Restream. Okay, let me turn off the chat here. My name is in the way. This is not working. I'm trying so hard to show you guys this, and nothing is cooperating. All right, let's see if that worked. All right, guys, you see on my screen, there's Chris Sims on YouTube, and he's going live. Apparently, he's having some digital difficulties, so if you guys want to be patient with him for a minute, like you guys are with me, that would be cool, but he's up in the chat here somewhere. Actually, I think if I do this, I can get his link. Oh, I'm figuring this out, guys. I'm getting to be a fart smeller. Let's see if I do this, and bang. There you go. I just linked him in the chat. Okay. That's the best I can do for rating somebody. But if you want to give him some, really frustrated right now. It says only one's watching, but there's like a bunch of people in his chat. So YouTube's being good night, my crazy is up. Ugh. Ours just finally went to sleep. All right, guys, I'm going to get off of here. Like I said, hit that link, check him out, give him some support. He might, you guys may even see me in chat later. Who knows? I don't know how the night will pan out. But I appreciate you guys being here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to try to play my outro. We'll see if I can make that work. Where is it? Come here. Where are you at? There's intro. There's outro. Okay. It's going to do this to me again. Oh, this is so annoying. Okay, give me the window. Oh, maybe I have to do this. Maybe I have to get rid of the other one. I just want to play my outro. That's all. You know what? You know what, woman?
I love you.
Okay, so stop. Shut. It'll give me the window. Why is it not giving me the window? There it is. Okay. Do that.